Okay, I think we're recording. Okay, take it away, Molly.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, you guys. I'm so glad to be here. Michelle, thank you for inviting me. I was really thrilled to be able to bring this Mental Management Monday tip to you, as this is a couple of strategies that I've used in the past. For those of you who I don't know, my name is Molly Smith. I work at a data analytics company in the Addison area, and then in my spare time in the nooks and crannies, nights and weekends, I am also a certified health coach. And I've had the privilege of helping people all over the country take back their health and at the same time focus on their mindset. Now, I didn't set out to be a health coach. That was not my thing. But it was 3 years ago when I went through my own pretty dramatic health transformation that I realized how important it was that I fix the mental tape that was playing in my head. Anybody else got that mental tape? Limiting beliefs, negative thoughts, keeping you from doing the things you know you need to do, right? Right. Okay. I'm not. Yes. Good. All right. I'm not alone.
Did you get that from your mother?
I did not, Mom. I did not get that from you.
Okay.
No, I got that one all on my
That's
own.
a good one.
Exactly. Exactly. No,
I love it.
that's all on me. So, but I knew that if I was going to continue to be successful in my health, and I knew that I was going to have to really dial into my mindset. And so, what I found over the years is that whenever I tend to focus on progressing towards a goal, or whether it's in my business, whether it's in my day job, whether it's with my family or in my health, I tend to get in my head. I tend to overthink things. I tend to question my abilities. And I tend to psych myself out of taking the action that I know I need to take to progress. Does this sound familiar to anybody? Maybe anybody? Okay, thank you. I appreciate the feedback. So I'll tell you, this is what I call the mindset trap. And so in the few minutes that we have together, I want to share a couple of strategies that I have used to help me flip the script on that mental tape that replays in our head so that we can make strides towards what we're trying to do in our businesses, with our health, in our lives, with our families. Okay, so the first thing that, before we hop in, the first thing that you need to know is that our brains do not know the difference between a truth and the lie when it is told something repetitively. Okay, so let me repeat that. Our brains don't know the difference between a truth and a lie when it is told something repetitively. So that is actually really good news, because we are going to change the mental tape in our head with some of these strategies. So the first strategy is a reactive strategy. So if you're in the mindset trap and you're stuck with some limiting beliefs and some negative thoughts, this is how you get out. Okay. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to what we call snapping in. Okay. And to snap in, all you're doing is you're taking a few minutes to catalog and jot down those negative thoughts and limiting beliefs that are going through your head. Right. So when I started doing this, I had to kind of set some reminders to stop and take 60 seconds and then just jot down what's going through my head, right? Like, what am I telling myself? Just so I could build that rhythm of checking in with my thoughts. Okay. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but it will help you become more aware of what you're saying to yourself. So once you've snapped in, I want you to grab a piece of paper, back of an envelope. If you're Sue Moore, you grab the back of a deposit slip. If you're Molly Smith, you open up an Excel spreadsheet and you start in column A, right? So whatever is easy. I want you to jot down those negative thoughts, those limiting beliefs that are running through your head. Okay. And then directly to the right, or in column B of that statement, I want you to write the logical opposite, right? So here are some examples. So maybe you have this thought that I don't have enough time to build a successful business, right? That logical opposite is I do have enough time to build a successful business, right? Or My goals, dreams, and desires are out of my reach. That might be a limiting belief or a negative thought you might have. That logical opposite is my goals, dreams, and desires are within my reach. As a health coach, I hear this a lot. It's hard for me to lose weight. The logical opposite there is it's easy for me to lose weight. Okay. So you're going to jot down those negative thoughts, limiting beliefs, and directly to the right, you're going to jot down those logical opposites. Once you have that on a note card or whatever you've got, you're going to start to play a game of what we call mental tennis. Okay. So when that negative thought serves itself up, you are going to hit back with that logical opposite. Okay. So as you are snapping in, you're checking in. Okay. What am I telling myself? Man, I'm not a confident public speaker, right? I am a confident public speaker. It's hard for me to lose weight. No, it's easy for me to lose weight. Okay. Over time, combating the negative thought with the logical opposite will carve a new pathway in your brain. And the negative thoughts will diminish because the logical opposite is beginning to take root. I hope that makes sense. The more you do this, the easier it is and the faster it works, even if the logical opposite has not yet been in your experience. Okay, so even if that's not true, even if you have always struggled to lose weight, and that's something that you're telling yourself, saying, it's easy for me to lose weight, even if you are just starting your health journey or not sure what to do there, or if you're building those public speaking skills, right? So if you're looking to grow a skill set, it's both a skill set that needs to be acquired and a mindset that needs to be acquired, right? And so you can be doing all of the things to become a better public speaker. But if you haven't flipped the switch and changed that mental tape on your mindset, you're gonna feel this tug, this back and forth tug, right? Okay, so the second strategy I want to share is taking this concept to the next level. So, and that is starting your day repeating those logical opposites, right? So if you can create the new story of who you are becoming and what you are trying to create by starting your day with those logical opposites. Matter of fact, when I started doing this, I created in my notes app on my phone that syncs to my laptop a listing of all of those logical opposites. A lot of them are I am statements, right? But as I looked at them, they're all things that I am desiring to become, trying to accomplish and do, right? So starting your day, taking 2 to 3 minutes just to read through those is like a boost, an injection of confidence into your day, right? So, and I'll tell you, I'm not perfect at it at all, but every day that I do this, I universally have a better day. I show up better in my work, with my clients, with my family, and my day goes smoother because I've set myself up for success from a mindset perspective. So I'll tell you, I would encourage you to try snapping in, jotting down those thoughts, jotting down those logical opposites, and using that to play your game of mental tennis and see how that mindset shifts. Any questions?
No questions, but love. Thank you so much. I was taking notes.
Good. I love that, Belinda.
Yeah, that was
Thanks.
good. I would agree. I think that I didn't realize that your brain doesn't know the difference between the truth and a lie, if heard, but it makes sense, right? So
Absolutely.
we get to control what goes into our head. So why not do it from a positive perspective? So that was super helpful.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So you might as well tell yourself a good message. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Right. Exactly.
I like it.
Exactly.
It's almost like you, because I've heard this before, to tell yourself the positive thing. And then I've heard that before where I'm gonna mute. Okay, there we go. I've heard where you tell yourself the positive thing, and then it's like the angel on the shoulder and the devil on the other shoulder. Do you know what I'm talking about? So like
Absolutely.
I've heard myself say, oh, I can't do such and such, with my Mary Kay business. And then I give myself the right words, the ones that are the positive that says, I absolutely can do such and such. I have plenty of time for that. And then
Yeah.
I almost invariably have the other one that says, but no, wait a second, you really can't, because like it's arguing with it, and like you've never done it before, like it's getting more forceful with why you can't do whatever that was. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
It's like that immediately it comes like super fast, like it's almost like it's like waiting to go jump on board and not allow the good one in, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And it sounds
Yep.
like an argument, kind of, and so it sounds like I'm crazy in my mind, but I'm really not. But so because I thought to myself, well, crud, it's almost like, well, which one do I think? Because the one that's a negative seems like a current reality, but the positive is one where I really want it to be. And so it's like I said, I feel like it's an argument, but then I liked how you said, but when you keep telling yourself that, like you hit it back again, like you just kind of go, thank you for
Yeah.
sharing. And I'm doing this because I have the time.
That's right.
Like you don't play with it. You don't even entertain it. You just go, yes, thank you. And then you're like right back into, I can do this because blah, blah, blah. That your mind will start going, it'll start accepting that as truth rather than the other part, which was the negative one that's trying to fight with it and say, no, no, no.
Right.
Does that make
That's
sense?
right. Yep. It's
Like,
exactly how it works. And
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I found is my little, it's kind of a living note, right? So I change it because there are things that on my logical opposite list that are no longer true. They never get surfaced in thought, but other things do. So it's a living thing. I continue to edit and change that. So if you have the opportunity to tell yourself a better story, whether it's true or not, you might as well tell yourself the better story, right? So I do know, so Michelle put my Calendly link in the chat. I would love to continue the conversation about mindset if you're struggling or want to go a little bit deeper into mental tennis. I would love to continue the conversation, or if you're interested in chatting about health, I would love to chat about that as well. Feel free to book time with me. I'm not an expert in this, guys. I have contended and struggled mightily for a positive mindset. And some days I win and some days I don't. And so I know that when you can make strides in this area, you are going to see a difference in your business. You're going to see a difference in your relationships. And so many things flow out of what's happening between our ears, right? So anyway, that's what I got for you.
Oh, amen. Amen. Absolutely. I so agree. Yeah, I know, right? Rounds of applause. Everybody, Mary Kay goes, yay! Oh, yes, yes, yes. That was so good, Molly. I really appreciate what you shared. Does anybody else have any other things they want to, comment on, or if y'all want to type anything in the chat or just encourage? And, we always love to see like what your takeaway was. Belinda, do you have anything else you want to say to encourage?
Is there the other girls on? Yeah, I thought they went away. And I'm just going to be real brief.
Yeah.
That I like what she says, because that can be used also as a person of, a survivor of domestic violence. The person who tells you you're stupid, you're dumb, you're whatever, every day, all the time, that's what you start believing. So this goes with that also.
100%.
So I love it. It can be, change it back. I need to be writing those things down, because there's things that happen or said and it takes you back and you start going there. And then I need to be jotting those down real quick and thinking of something really quick to, like you said, combat that.
Okay, that's really good, Belinda. That's powerful, because I think all of us have a past or a something, doesn't matter what it is. Like, Belinda, thank you for sharing what yours has been. And all of us have things that have occurred that is maybe no longer, but we might still be stuck there sometimes, and we always say, that's why I'm teaching Lexi to drive, y'all. Actually, my husband is, because, she knows I'm far less patient, and JR's driver record's better than mine. So I tell her the reason that the front windshield is bigger than the rear view mirror is because you're supposed to be looking up here. Now we got to check the rear view every so often, but you don't want to be staring up in that one. It's like, this is the big one. You take a look at that. The one in the behind that you're looking back, don't stay there. So, I always want to stay in the moving forward, situation. So that way we're not trying to repeat what we just did. So I always remember that little fun statement. Yeah. That's funny. Yeah.
And then
yeah,
our
that's-
affirmations too, in our Mary Kay world, that's something when Michelle asked
Oh,
me
yeah.
7 years ago to come up with affirmations. Well, and I never did it, let me tell you. I won't even go there. I never did it. Today, I don't care where I'm at, what I'm doing, or how I'm doing it. I say them in my head over and over and over and
Yes.
over and over.
Yes.
I don't even have to have a card. I just say the top 5.
That's
you
great.
know. And that comes straight up from my training in Mary Kay, straight up. And this coincides with that a great deal.
yeah.
A great
You can
deal. Because
see
like
that.
right now,
Yeah.
I'm 600 away from, the next level. And then I need another lady to do this. And I'm just like, yeah, right. That is not going to happen. And then I'm like, oh, Michelle would never let me say that. So I have to change my words, and I work very consciously on that. You know what I mean? It's not something I just do easily. It's a challenge.
Mhm. And the new level, new devil. So anytime you're trying something new, then you're going to have that negative thought that comes, and so you have to immediately hit it. And I think it's a battle. And and I will say this too, Molly. I know that sometimes if I didn't get enough sleep, if I've had something that kind of was like another thing I couldn't quite control, it makes it a little harder to immediately hit it down, like you said, to like hit it with
Yep.
that first thing. But to me, that's just building a muscle of endurance, because
Exactly right.
kind of like anything else you do, you might be a little tired, but if you really wanted to go, if you had to go and get to the mailbox to get your mail, but you were tired, you'd get your booty up and go to the mailbox and go get your darn mail, even if your big toe hurts, you do it. And so I think that, okay, that builds that muscle of stamina and endurance. And so those things make us stronger and better than whenever we cave, when we cave
That's
in.
exactly right.
So I feel like that's a super good benefit. So whatever it is that y'all are struggling with or considering, be sure that you combat it, just like Molly said, and use some of those techniques. And I'd love to hear back from, my Mary Kay girls on that. And then, all of our, y'all talk with each other. And I will be posting, I posted the Calendly, whatever that's.
Calendly.
There you go, that word in our chat. But I'm going to post that in our groups too, whenever I post the video, so that other people can take a look at. And just get some help in this area, because if you don't move your mind, you're not going to move yourself. You'll get stuck. So, and nobody wants to be stuck, right?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm not going to be stuck. Okay, awesome. Well, thank y'all for staying on with me. I'm going to stop the recording. Yay.